Hey everyone, today let's sketch this window. When I start to draw a subject that's mostly straight on with minimal perspective, I like to start from the center and work my way out and up. For some reason, this really helps me with getting the proportions right, which is kind of weird. But I think it's because I tend to draw big. So when I sketch the structure first, like the overall outline, I often end up making things too large when I dive into the details. So like if I'm drawing a house and I draw the overall shape of the house and then I start to draw the windows and doors, I tend to make them larger than they need to be, which leads to a lot of erasing, which I'm trying to avoid. So in this case, once I get the size of the window down and commit to it, everything else in the drawing, like the shutters and other sections of the window, will stay proportional to the initial shape I started with in the middle of the paper as I move outward and upward. Hope that makes sense. Now there's an amazing artist on YouTube, Sketching Scotty, who uses dots to give sort of an outline or placement of his subjects before he starts drawing. And I was like, what? Why didn't I try this before? I didn't use it in this sketch, but I've been practicing, especially with my perspective sketches, and it's really helped me. And you'll probably see more of his method incorporated into my upcoming videos. You'll notice my sketches are pretty loose, and when I switch from pencil to pen, my sketch is even looser. So you might wonder, why not just skip the pencil stage and go straight to pen? For me, it's all about confidence in visualizing the final sketch, especially with a subject like this, which has a lot of foreground elements, like the railing and plants. So that's why I don't want to use a pen right away, because it's permanent, and I don't want the background lines to accidentally cross over to the foreground details. So that's where I have a lack of confidence in my visualization skills. If you're someone who wants to sketch directly with pen, I'd recommend practicing with subjects that have a lot of foreground stuff, because learning to draw is really about training your eye and what you can translate what you see onto paper. I would even suggest trying out this exercise when you're just out and about. Start looking at your surroundings as if you wanted to draw it, and start imagining each subject that you see as shapes, and make that like a running exercise in your head. That's actually helped me in my drawing skills. At least I like to think so. Here, I'm sketching the plants in the foreground, just the outlines for where I'll be adding ink and watercolor later. And here is where I start erasing. As I mentioned earlier, it takes practice to sketch the background and foreground elements properly into a drawing. So instead of being hard on yourself, and instead of being hard on myself, think of it as a game or challenge. Just have fun with it. After the pencil sketch, I'll be using the Pilot Parallel pen, and I really like using these because it's easy to go from thick to thin when you're inking lines. I'm starting with the foreground elements, and I am hopeful that with a lot of practice, I'll be able to do this straight away with pen. And for those of you who are just watching this, I encourage you to pause this video, rewind it to the beginning, and just start drawing with me. I've definitely spent a lot of time, honestly like months, of just looking and researching artists and their styles and how to draw like them. But in reality, you can't just start drawing in a particular style. You really need to just learn how to draw first. Now, I know everyone's journey is different, but everyone's journey does start at the same location, and that's picking up a pencil or pen and just learning how to draw your subject. Even if you draw 10 times, 20 times over and over, just learn how to draw. Okay, let's keep going with the inking for now. And when I start watercoloring, I'm just coloring based on what I see in the reference. And that's pretty much my process. It's slow, but it's been rewarding, especially if you really want to learn how to draw. What do I mean by really wanting to learn how to draw? I've compared it to learning a new language, because some people just want to pick up enough of a language for travel. You know, the basics like ordering food or asking for directions. Then there are others who want to make it their second language because they're planning to actually live in a different country. Now, in art, some might approach it as a hobby or a way to unwind. For me, it's something I want to take on like a new career, because by the time I've mastered it, I'll probably be retiring from my current job. So I'm just going to tackle it as if in 3 or 4 years I'll be applying to, I don't know, an animation studio or whatever. But anyways, I hope you're enjoying this video. I hope you're drawing with me. And until the next video, stay positive, stay creative, and be kind.